So acetylcysteine dose are IV adult, IV pediatric, PO adult and IV pediatric. Okay, IV, there is no IV PO dose in children. PO available as 10% and 20% solution, dilate at 5% solution, 140 mg per kg bolus, then 70 mg per kg every 4 hour, total 6 doses in a day for 17 doses. तो total loading मिला के हो गई 18 doses. Duration is 3 hours. Dilute with something, then 150 mg per kg water में, adult में 150 mg per kg bolus in 200 ml D5 over 1 hour, then 50 mg per kg in 1 unit D5, 500 ml D5 over 4 hour, then 100 mg per kg in 2 unit 1000 ml D5 over 16 hours. Total 21 hour हो गया. Extracorporeal elimination of paracetamol. It's recommended when the patient is not improving, very severe altered mental status, liver failure, increased coagulopathy, lactate is more, and PCM level is more than 900 milligram per liter. Paracetamol and aspirin both are very easily dialysable drugs. About 50% is removed with dialysis, HD dialysis, and CRRT से 25% is removed. What are the easily dialysable drugs? So property should be light, water soluble and low protein binding. Less in weight, water soluble and low protein binding. So if it is small, it will pass through the pores. If it is water soluble, it will get mixed in the dialysable fluid. What are these drugs? Lithium, ethylene glycol, methanol, aspirin, paracetamol and dabigatran. तो A से आपका एस्पिरिन और एसिटामिनोफेन हो गया. B से कुछ नहीं है. C लिथियम थर्ड केमिकल है तो C लिथियम, D for dabigatran, E for ethylene glycol and then methanol also. How do you treat paracetamol injection? एसिटामिनोफेन को APAP लिखा है यहाँ पे. So a patient has come to you with paracetamol injection. If he presents within 4 hours from injection, GI decontamination with charcoal, no whole bowel irrigation or lavage is required, then you will send the paracetamol level. If the levels are unavailable for more than 8 hours, you will wait only for 8 hours till ingestion for acetylcysteine. If the levels are not available, then you will give the first dose of N-acetylcysteine within 8 hours. Don't wait. If the levels come within 8 hours, you will plot them in nomogram. If they are non-toxic, you will not give acetylcysteine. If they are toxic, you will give acetylcysteine. But in any case scenario, you will not wait for acetylcysteine to give from the 8 hours of the known exposure. If the patient is presenting between 4 and 24 hours from ingestion, again, अगर 8 hours से कम है, you will send the level, and if the levels are available within 8 hours, you will decide your treatment based upon the levels. If the levels are not available from the 8 hours of ingestion, you will start N-acetylcysteine. If the patient does not know when he ingested or more than 24 hours from ingestion, you will still give charcoal for any unknown ingestants. You will send the paracetamol levels, LFT and the basic metabolic profile, and you will immediately give the first dose of N-acetylcysteine. After sending, if you find the paracetamol levels were more than 10 microgram per ml or the patient had deranged LFT, AST, ALT were increased, you will give the maintenance dose of acetylcysteine also. You will continue after the bolus 150 mg per kg in 200 ml D5. After this bolus, you will give the maintenance treatment only if the paracetamol levels are unavailable or are more than 10 microgram per ml. If yes, we will continue. If no, we will give only supportive treatment. We will not give further N-acetylcysteine. Why? Because it does have risk of anaphylactic reactions, right? So if you do have strong evidence going against it, don't use it. And If the paracetamol levels are unavailable or patient has transaminitis, you will continue acetylcysteine and check the blood pH, VBG of the patient. If the pH is less than 7.3, PT more than 100, create more than 3.3 and alter mental status. What 4 things that I said? pH less than 7.3 due to lactic acidosis, PT more than 100, create more than 3.3 and alter mental status. pH less than 7.3, PT more than 100, create more than 3.3 and alter mental status. Now we'll say without looking. PT more than 100, pH less than 7.3, pH less than 7.3, PT more than 100, create more than 3.3 and alter mental status. These are indication of liver transplant in paracetamol toxicity. How do we dispose these patients? So based upon the paracetamol level and the level of the toxicity, observe for either 6 hours or 24 hours. If you gave N-acetylcysteine, then it's better to observe for at least 24 hours. If the patient has developed hepatic complications, he may die on the day 3 and 5 due to fulminant hepatic failure. And the signs of fulminant hepatic failure are cerebral edema, bleeding, shock, acute lung injury, then sepsis and multi-organ failure. तो मेन है cerebral edema and bleeding होगा, severe hypoglycemia होगा, shock होगा, acute lung injury होगी. Fulminant hepatic failure. Prognostic indicators are King's College criteria, which tells the mortality. Treatment for PCM induced fulminant liver failure is acetylcysteine. Treatment of cerebral edema. What to do with multi-dose activated? So multiple closely spaced PCM ingestion and extended release ingestion represent two unique aspects of the PCM poisoning, for which the Rumac-Matthew nomogram cannot be applied. Extended release also, the Rumac-Matthew cannot be applied, and IV also it cannot be applied.